What's up, everybody? I'm Evgugio, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of What if Beerus woke up after GG. So, of course, we'll be moving on after I left with the last part, with, of course, Google Black chasing after both Future May and Future Trunks. With Future May and Future Trunks able to practically barely escape Google Black from this timeline, due to Google Black being much stronger than ever. Of course, Trunks would have warned everyone about him. And of course, Vegeta would be even the more shocked of everyone, eventually explaining the reason why Goku was not here, and even everything as well. Of course, Trunks was surprised because yeah, Goku's still alive, but also he can't actually come since he is practically busy with training with the Grand Priest and practically spending time with Zeno. And they cannot do anything since Zeno is the Omni King, and if they do anything, he most likely erase them because they're not strong enough to even defeat him. Of course, Trunks is kind of irritated that Goku cannot help them, but he realizes that it's for the best because Goku practically keeps the balance between the universes, so it's best if they don't intervene in anything. But before they can actually continue with their conversation, Goku Black appears, seemingly unfazed as he sees Trunks, and he tells him, so this is where you escape. I expected more from you, Trunks, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You were just a simple mortal, of course. But Goku goes to realize this and realize that this is not Goku. Goku does not speak like that, nor does he refer to someone as a mortal. Vegeta's confused and ponders, is that even Goku? Vegeta ponders to himself. He tries to sense Goku Black's key, but it seems like it's Goku's, yet at the same time it's not. It's like two keys fighting with each other within this body. It's like the original owner of the body is trying to fight back, while the new owner is preventing him. It seems like it's a power struggle, but for now the new user is practically controlling the body. Which of course is kind of interested in what Goku Black is about to do. So he decides to finally face him, knowing that he's most likely the strongest one who can face Goku Black. Goku Black of course is actually surprised to see Vegeta. He has not seen this version of Vegeta before, or he has ever fought Vegeta. So he decides to practically face him. Vegeta with the power of Super Saiyan Blue decided not to spare any time or any second of his power. Using the maximum of his abilities, Vegeta runs to Goku Black. And of course, Goku Black actually can stay his ground a little bit, but Vegeta's actually able to actually push him back a little. Now, Furia is thinking, yes, indeed, this Goku Black is much stronger than any version of Goku Black before. But the reason why he cannot access Goku's full power, well, it's pretty simple. He doesn't have full control over Goku's body, as you all saw in the previous part where I ended it, where Goku practically fighting for control. This is because Goku's soul is still fighting within Zamasu. Of course, the battle between both Vegeta and, of course, Goku Black will continue, and eventually Vegeta able to push Goku Black away, and eventually send him back to a future as the time portal would have closed. Of course, Vegeta would have been exhausted, but he was able to practically prevail. But now, of course, this will be without actually seeing something interesting. In the battle, of course, he would have seen Goku, with him telling Vegeta to practically finish off the battle quickly, or else he might lose control. So of course, in the spirit of Goku tells Vegeta that he holds Goku Black a lot, so Goku Black cannot utilize his true power. And Vegeta, of course, thanks Goku, and eventually does push Goku Black back to the future. Of course, most of you guys will be pondering, how did Goku Black actually get Goku's body? Well, of course, in this timeline, Goku would have met with other gods with his path when he trained with the Grand Priest. He of course would have met Zamasu, and of course Zamasu would be pretty irritated to see that Goku is stronger than most of the gods. And of course, seeing this, his hatred towards the mortals will be increased immensely, and eventually he would have wished to steal Goku's body. But unlike the original, the Goku's body and spiritual power being stronger than ever, Zamasu would probably not have full control over Goku's body, probably not allowing him to probably access the full power of Goku, yet he still has the immense power. Of course, after the defeat of Goku Black, Trunks would be pretty surprised that his father is growing so strong. Of course, President Trunks will decide to provide train his future self, believing that maybe together they can become stronger together. Of course, Trunks actually does not disagree with the idea, believing that if his present self is growing immensely stronger, then maybe together they'll be able to do the same. So President Trunks decides to practically train with his future self, believing that if they train together, they're most likely able to reach new heights. And of course, Future Trunks agrees. Of course, Future Trunks does tell Mai to practically stay here and do anything in the case if something happens. And of course, might make sure that she's okay, alongside with everyone else as well. Of course, Vegeta of course will tell Gohan that they must grow stronger so they can face Goku Black, since he'll be an incredibly big threat. Of course, Gohan is actually surprised at the threat of Goku Black, since he was actually on Beerus' planet training so he can increase his power and control over his Super Saiyan Blue 4. Believing that he was still not used to the transformation yet, but now he's actually getting much more used to it thanks to training. Vegeta also told him that they must get stronger together, so they must use Whis' staff so they can train inside. Of course, Whis actually disagrees with the idea and decides to let them inside, when both Future Trunks and Present Trunks decides to go inside a time chamber. Of course, after a couple of days, Goku Black will appear once again, but both Vegeta and Gohan will be ready. Power up into their strongest forms. Vegeta powering up into his perfected Super Saiyan Blue, and Gohan powering up into Super Saiyan Blue 4. Both of them will rush against Goku Black, but Goku Black will be unfazed, as he will be in base, and he would just slightly power up, able to easily match both of them. But the only real threat for him was Gohan, who's much stronger than even Vegeta. Of course, Vegeta did try to play his best, but with a simple punch, Goku Black is able to knock Vegeta away, sending him flying and knocking him out of his transformation. Eventually, Goku Black would continue to battle with Gohan, and seemingly like Gohan was on the losing end. Of course, Goku tried to hold Goku Black back so Gohan could finally land some hits. Indeed, that worked, but it did not even phase Goku Black due to Goku's body being incredibly durable. Of course, Goku Black tells Gohan that he's pretty impressive. If he actually did not think of Goku stealing Goku's body, he must have taken Gohan's. So he grabs Gohan's face and Gohan eyes widens as Goku Black slams to the ground, crushing him as Gohan screams in pain, feeling the intense blow that was dealt to him. Goku Black just laughs as he sees Gohan bleeding. Goku inside Goku Black's body gets anger, seeing that his son is getting hurt because of his own weakness of not controlling his body. Goku continues to fight for control over Goku Black, but Goku Black has had enough and eventually permanently seals Goku inside his mind, making sure that he does not intervene in the battle. But of course, before anything can be said and done, Goku Black is pushed by Ki Blast by none other than the two Trunks. Of course, it won't be surprised because their power is immensely high. Of course, President Trunks has to explain to everyone what happened. A couple of days ago, when both Gohan and Vegeta decided to train, both President Trunks and Future Trunks decided to practically go inside a time chamber and train inside. Both of them decided to practically train together, with, of course, President Trunks decided to teach Future Trunks to use God Key and eventually unlock Super Saiyan Blue. Their power was increasing really good, but it was not as fast as they wanted to. So, of course, realizing that they must go to a trigger, a power boost, just like Gohan did back then against Cell, like their father explained to them a long time ago about Gohan practically achieving his new power by rage. So both of them try to focus and perfecting the new transformations. Of course, it took a really long time, but eventually both Trunks were able to perfect their transformation and eventually achieve new ones. With Future Trunks achieving a new level of power and Present Trunks as well. Both of them were now on a completely different level. Of course, Goku Black wasn't pretty surprised because they were incredibly big threats, so he decides to power up to a Super Saiyan Rose. With his power, he was now equalizing both of them, if not even overpowering them both. Of course, both Trunks realized that they must go all out, so they power up to their strongest forms. Everyone was surprised by the new power and strength as they shake the entire universe. With, of course, Present Trunks powering up to his perfected Blue Evolution, and Future Trunks powering up into his Super Saiyan Blue Rage. Both of them have achieved those forms inside the time chamber due to their intense training and pushing each other to the brink of their limits. Of course, Goku Black was indeed impressed by the two's power, but incomparable to his, they were still ants. Of course, they continued to battle Goku Black, trying to do their best to practically defeat the evil Saiyan, but no matter what they did, he was not facing the Goku Black. And eventually, they decided to practically push him outside Earth's atmosphere so they can fight him in a much better terms. Of course, Goku Black was still unfazed and continued to battle with them, telling that no matter what they do, he would still reign supreme as the strongest. Both Trunks told him that he should not underestimate their power, as they continue to power up and trying to push Goku Black back, but Black just laughs and tells him, "You two are fools. No matter how powerful you became, I'll be the strongest mortal. No, the strongest god there is. Not even Zeno can stop me now." As Goku Black shouts those words, he's instantly punched by something. Goku Black is of course shocked and eventually looks behind him. And the one who punched Goku Black is none other than Goku. But he had a face of rage, and now being Super Saiyan 3. Goku knew what Goku Black did. They saw Grandpa explain everything and able to show him as well. Goku realizes that Goku Black is actually Zamzu. Goku is incredibly enraged by seeing Goku Black doing this, and he told him that he took care of this person Zamzu. He killed him. Of course, as Goku Black is realized that this version of Zamzu is now gone, meaning that if he dies here, he most likely will not be able to do anything. He'll not get even a second chance. He of course tries to use his time ring, but because of Goku's power, he's able to practically call guard Goku Black and eventually punch him through a time portal. Eventually, both of them were sent flying to another dimension. Of course, both of them were confused where they are. And eventually, Goku Black was able to realize, due to Goku's power and strength, he was able to practically break through the time portal and eventually push both of them inside a space between both time and not at the same time, practically making them being a fabric of the universe itself, meaning that they're in the middle of every multiverse. So of course, this was surprising to both of them. But of course, Goku did try to practically fight Goku Black, but Goku Black is able to push Goku back with his Super Saiyan Rose. You question that he must actually go all out for the first time in a really long time. He's not actually able to fight someone to this hard level. Even when he was actually fighting against Vegeta or Gohan, he was still suppressed himself. But now he realized that he must go all out. And it's been a really long time, and Goku just smiles and tells Goku Black that he may not be familiar with his transformation since he has not been shown yet in a really long time. Goku then roars as his hair grows longer, but instead of growing incredibly long like Super Saiyan 3, it actually shortened slightly. It eventually became silver in color. Goku's entire body gets covered by fur as Goku Black isn't shocked. Goku then screams and eventually powers up to his new transformation. Goku tells Goku Black that he achieved his transformation a long time ago, but of course Goku Black does not know it because unlike him, he did not steal his body. This is his own body. Because he stole it, he did not get the entire information about his power. Of course, Goku Black was in shock as Goku finally achieved or showed Goku Black his new transformation he achieved a long time ago, being Super Saiyan 5. With this power, Goku shook the entire space that they were in, and Goku Black being in shock by the power Goku possessed. Goku tells Goku Black that now the real battle will begin. Goku Black then takes a stance and tells Goku that indeed it will. And this is the end for this part, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sayonara.